Our lead focus, there's a tense situation in Haryana's Nuh due to violence that started during a religious procession by the VHP. The cops there claim that 2 home guards have died while 7 policemen have been injured in the violence. Those absolutely shocking visuals we are seeing of many cars that have been set on fire. The police also used tear gas shells and fired in the air to control the mob. Around 2,500 people, I beg your pardon, have been stranded and have taken shelter at a temple near Gurugram due to the violence. Internet services have also been suspended in the area and reinforcements have been summoned by the police there. The violence has spread to other places nearby as well, and the road from Gurugram to Sona has been blocked as cars were set on fire there. Now, where did it start from? Reports say that the clash was triggered over the alleged presence of cow vigilante and lynching accused Monu Manesar, who had posted a video earlier saying he would be there present for the yatra. Listen in to what the cops say.
अभी तक जो हमारे को इन्फॉर्मेशन मिली है और हमारे 2 होम गार्ड की इस इंसिडेंट में डेथ हुई है और हमारा एक सीआई इंस्पेक्टर और 2 एसएचओ हैं, उनको इंजरीज आई हैं। 3 हमारे सब इंस्पेक्टर हैं, उनको इंजरीज आई हैं। टोटल 10 आदमी को इंजरीज आई है, प्लस 2 की डेथ।
अब क्या हालात हैं सर वहाँ पर नूह में मेवात में? अब क्या हालात हैं और कितनी फोर्स तैनात कर दी?
नूह के हालात तो नूह के ऑफिसर ही बता पाएंगे।
अतिरिक्त फोर्स भेजने के लिए कहा गया है। आजू बाजू के सभी जिलों की फोर्स वहां पर पहुंच रही है और हमने केंद्र से भी बात की है। वहां से भी एयर ड्रॉप 3 कंपनियां हम करने जा रहे हैं लोगों को रेस्क्यू करने के लिए। और वहाँ के हमने मेवात के इंटरनेट बंद करने के भी आदेश जारी कर दिए हैं। जहाँ जहाँ पर कोई लोग फंसे हुए हैं उनको रेस्क्यू किया जा रहा है और वहाँ पर फोर्स भेजी जा रही है। एसपी मेवात तो छुट्टी पर थे, लेकिन पलवल एसपी के पास ड्यूल चार्ज था। ही इज ऑन द स्पॉट और फोर्स लेकर वो पहुंच रहे हैं लोगों को, अगर कहीं पर फंसे हुए हैं उनको मुक्त कराने के लिए। हमारा जो प्राइमरी टास्क है, जो हमारा होना चाहिए, वो है कि वहाँ पर शांति की बहाली की जाए।
जो नूह में हुआ है, मेरी सभी से ये अपील है कि शांति कायम रखें और कानून व्यवस्था में बनाने में मदद करें और आपस में कोई टकराव ना करें, आपस में भाईचारा बढ़ाने का प्रयास करें।
My colleague Saurabh Shukla joining us for more details on this. And Saurabh, from what we are seeing, the situation only seems to be getting worse. What can you tell us about what's happening there right now?
Absolutely, internet services are suspended, so we have little less information coming from the ground. But the situation is, of course, very tense on ground, Priyanshi, and additional forces are deployed by Central Home Ministry. 15 column of CRPF, CAPF forces are being deployed right now. The whole Nuh area has been sealed from all the sides, from Alwar, from Sohna, from Hatin, as we just played the bite of a police officer confirming the death of 2 home guards. But there are unconfirmed reports that more than 20 are injured and hospitalized in several hospitals of Nuh. A situation is tense in the areas of Sohna, Firozpur, Jhirka, and people are trying to be rescued by central paramilitary forces now, because Nuh police is not sufficient. The numbers are not sufficient to carry such a massive rescue operation. As you have rightly mentioned, there are more than 2,500 people stranded in a temple where the Shubha Yatra was leading towards. So Nalhar temple, which is in Aravallis. It's a Prachin, it's a ancient Shiv Mandir, and as you've rightly mentioned, that internet services have been suspended, prohibitory ordered, banning large gatherings have been issued in that area, Priyanshi. And apart from that, today this violence started during a religious procession towards Nalhar temple, and this is a yearly thing. And till last year there was no violence, but this whole thing started with a video of Monu Manesar, a local leader of Bajrang Dal, who is absconding and who is also wanted in the murder case of Junaid and Nasir, who were murdered and later they were burnt with their car in February. So after that, Monu Manesar day before yesterday, issued a video saying that I will also join Shobha Yatra and we will win Mewat, and some religious comments as well by Monu Manesar. And today when this whole procession reached at the heart of there is a Shaheed Park and where stone pelting started, and then later you know what has happened. So I think there are unconfirmed reports, but more than 100 vehicles are burned in and around area now. Police is trying to control the situation, as Anil, which we have heard from Minister of Haryana, he's appealing people to maintain peace. So is PM Khattar and leader Bhupender of Congress also. So situation is still very tense.
All right.
Come to know what exactly, how massive is the damage by tomorrow. Thank you.
Saurabh, thanks very much for joining us. So the violence started this afternoon, but the situation still extremely tense there in Haryana's Nuh. Moving on to the other big story, while the Manipur violence has been the core issue for repeated adjournments in the parliament so far, another face-off is likely to play out tomorrow when Union Home Minister Amit Shah will table the Delhi Services Bill in the Lok Sabha. The bill, which gives the power of civil servants to the central government, will replace the controversial Delhi Ordinance. Though the bill has been listed in the Lok Sabha, the Aam Aadmi Party has issued a whip to its MPs in the Rajya Sabha. Meanwhile, allies in the India grouping, in the India coalition, including AAP MPs, will meet before the session begins tomorrow morning to strategize. Now, on the other point of ruckus in the parliament, the Manipur violence, the Supreme Court pulled up the centre and the Manipur state government over the violence in the state that has been going on for 3 months now. The Supreme Court heard the petition of 2 women who were paraded naked and sexually assaulted by a mob. The court slammed the government's whataboutery, saying what happened in Manipur cannot be justified by saying that this happened elsewhere as well. The Chief Justice has asked the government to respond to 6 pointed questions by tomorrow. Here's our report.
Manipur on the agenda, from the Supreme Court of India to Parliament. The top court that heard the Manipur case extensively, including the issue of the viral video of sexual assault on 2 tribal women, made strong observations when an advocate brought up the Panchayat poll violence in Bengal. The Chief Justice said that we cannot justify what happened in Manipur by saying that this has happened elsewhere, and that they are dealing with an unprecedented magnitude of violence against women in these communal and sectarian clashes. The crimes are happening against women in Bengal as well, but here the case is different. The top court asked 6 pointed questions to the centre and the Manipur government, demanding answers in 24 hours. The questions are on the breakup of cases in Manipur involving the ethnic clashes, 0 FIRs, the number of cases transferred to police station jurisdictions, the status of legal aid to those arrested, and statements recorded before magistrates till now.
The top court questioned the government over delay in registration of FIRs in the sexual assault case, and the court also asked why were the arrests made only after the video went viral and the court took cognizance of the same. The court also observed that merely entrusting the case with SIT or CBI is not enough, and we have to ensure that the justice reaches the doorsteps of the survivors. The Supreme Court will again hear the matter on Tuesday afternoon.
Manipur is burning. We are requesting Prime Minister to give a statement. Are you agreeable?
The Manipur issue played out in the Supreme Court, even as Parliament was disrupted over the issue for yet another day. The government continued to insist that it was ready for a discussion on Manipur.
They are trying to misuse the liberty given to all the honourable members, and this is clearly reflective of their mentality. When the government is ready to discuss Manipur, when the government has already acceded to the sense of the House that there should be a discussion on Manipur, they have already spoiled, sir, 9 days, 9 important days of the House.
The opposition, including the TMC, that brought a resolution in the Bengal Assembly calling the situation in Manipur terrible and calling for urgent intervention by the centre, continued to say that they want the Prime Minister to speak on Manipur.
All parties have been asking for is a discussion under emergency rule. Emergency rule mane sab business band karo, Manipur aage discuss karo. ये हमारा मांग था 20 July, from 20th of July. Today is 31st of July, still no discussion. It's a very serious issue. Why can't the Prime Minister come? We are all ready to discuss Manipur.
देश के हित के लिए आज बहुत बड़ा संशोधन इस बिल में करने के लिए लाए हैं।
जो सदस्य इसके पक्ष में है वो हाँ कहे।
This as the government pushed through more bills in Parliament, bills that were passed without any discussion given the stalemate over Manipur.
The government has decided to harden its stand. It's now accusing the opposition of shifting its goalpost and also of deliberately disrupting the House so that a discussion on Manipur cannot take place. And with both these sides very unlikely to relent as far as the stand is concerned, we might be looking at, just like the last time, a complete washout of this session too. In New Delhi, with Arvind Gunasekar, Megha Prasad for NDTV.
And the opposition parties of the India Alliance will meet President Draupadi Murmu on the Manipur violence tomorrow, and they have sought an appointment with her office as well. Now, while the focus is on Manipur in the Supreme Court and even in the Parliament, while the Indian football team was running for glory at the Intercontinental Cup and the South Asian Football Federation Championship, one of their key members, Chingal Sena, was at home with his family in Manipur during the violence. His family became one of the many victims affected by the ethnic clashes. My colleague Rika Roy spoke to the Indian footballer from Manipur about the challenging times he has had.
Where were you when the clashes began?
I had a match in Kerala when I got a call, a lot of missed calls on the phone, and when I called back, my mom was on the line and she told me that these things were happening, like they were burning houses, there were gunshots, there were attacks. So it was really scary. I was on the phone with my mom, and there was moment when my mom was crying a lot and they were really scared for their lives. And luckily, the night passed away, and in the early morning, they came out to the relief camp. The Indian Army took them out from the relief camps from Churchandpur, and that's how they got out.
Sana, we understand that you've lost plenty, but what exactly has the family and have you lost in the violence?
Well, my mom, dad, we had a business right from our childhood, and they built a house for us. They buy land. And whatever the family ever had, it's all gone now. We are still not able to go back to our home. Well, there's no home. We can't call anywhere, any place that we once said our home. It's no longer belong to us. We can't still go back. We're still far away from there. And my family are still staying away from Churchandpur district, and we're staying at a friend's place. And that's how we are taking shelter at the moment.
Moving on now to the other big story, Taiwan's tech giant Foxconn is investing 1,600 crore rupees in Tamil Nadu to set up a mobile component manufacturing facility in Kanchipuram. The state government says this facility will generate 6,000 jobs. Already, Foxconn manufactures iPhones in the state, employing 40,000 people. NDTV Sam Daniel spoke to Foxconn's group chairman, Young Liu, about this.
One more investment in Tamil Nadu this time for a mobile component manufacturing facility. What brings you to Chennai or Tamil Nadu again?
I think Chennai is the biggest site for Foxconn in India. Definitely, I have to pay a visit here, and we have many developments in the production sites. I think we have 6 or 7 buildings is in the construction, and I'm very happy to see it's going quite well, and we got a lot of support from the government. The largest site that we have almost more than 40,000 workers altogether as of today. So definitely, that's a very big, very important base for us to grow on. And also, with the Tamil Nadu's talent pool, I think we can do, besides not just the production, but also R&D in Tamil Nadu.
We'll take a short break now. More news continues on the other side. Stay tuned.